What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. WrestleMania 36's Firefly Funhouse match has the WWE Universe talking, with many fans trying to figure out what exactly happened in the extra-dimensional encounter between John Cena and the Fiend. Join us now as Wrestlelamia breaks down the Firefly Funhouse match, looking to make sense of the incredible events that took place at Night 2 of the Showcase of the Immortals. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. While we often watch shows so you don't have to, it would be next to impossible to convey what happened at the match, and Wrestlelamia encourages you to watch it first, either on the WWE Network, YouTube, or when the WWE re-airs it, reportedly on this Friday's SmackDown. For those who refuse to watch the match, or just can't access it, the synopsis is that John Cena entered into some sort of otherworldly arena where Bray Wyatt forced him to confront his past, dating back to an early encounter with Mr. McMahon where Vinnie Mac, played by the Firefly Funhouse's Vince McMahon puppet, asked Cena if he had the ruthless aggression to succeed. From there, Cena found himself on a tumultuous trip through time, including his early days on the main roster, beginning with his match against Kurt Angle, followed by him watching Saturday night's main event when he decided to become a wrestler, through his time as the Doctor of Thugonomics. Each trip saw Wyatt slip away from Cena, taking him to another time, including their confrontation at WrestleMania 30, where Wyatt goaded Cena to blast him with a chair, only for Cena to refuse. This time, however, Cena swung but Wyatt disappeared. Cena was then transported to WCW where he played the role of Hollywood Hulk Hogan while Wyatt played Eric Bischoff. Cena snapped and attacked Wyatt only to find out he was beating down Huskers the Pig. The Fiend appeared, clamping down the mandible claw, then hitting his sister Abigail on Cena. The Fiend reapplied the claw, pinning Cena as Bray Wyatt made the count. Yeah, was that freaky. Cena and Wyatt disappeared as the Fiend laughed and said, "Let me in." So what does this all mean? That's the million-dollar question, and while opinions are divided as you might expect, several wrestlers and writers have stepped forward to share their thoughts on what actually took place. Let's look at some of the best reasoned theories, then share our own thoughts on things. YouTuber and professional wrestler Jay Walker posted a detailed analysis of the match on Twitter. Wrestlelamia isn't going to recap everything Walker said, but his tweets are well worth your time and we encourage you to check them out. But let's take a look at some of the key points he raised. There's an infamous meeting where Vince was looking for his next big star. He told everyone to let him know he had the ruthless aggression to take that position and run with it. Cena, despite being very early in his career, said he's up for it and was going to prove it. As you may recall, Cena's early run in the WWE saw his career in jeopardy as there was little to distinguish him from the main rosters other than rookies. But because of his body, Cena was given another chance. It's the old school thinking that plagues WWE. However, his muscles alone couldn't carry the company. He was given a chance to reinvent himself or be fired. Cena's physique was addressed during the Saturday night's main event segment, where a muscle-bound Cena was unable to contend with Bray Wyatt, who kept praising Cena's muscle man physique. As fans know, Cena's first opportunity came when he transformed into the Doctor of Thugonomics, quickly becoming popular despite his role as a heel. However, Cena's pursuit of a career as a rap artist wasn't so successful, and this was hinted at in the rap segment. A later segment in the match saw a flashback to Cena and Wyatt's WrestleMania 30 match, and his incredible push at the time. As Walker insightfully explains, we rewind back to WrestleMania 30. Cena would have made Bray Wyatt that night, but instead he was afraid to take a chance on him. He felt he wasn't ready even though people wanted it. All he had to do was swing the chair. Cena's actions at Mania and the recreation of his pivotal moment in both Cena and Wyatt's career reflects the match's theme of Wyatt forcing Cena to confront his personal failures. Both superstars were at a crossroads at WrestleMania 30, with Cena having an opportunity to play the heel and Wyatt having an opportunity to raise up in the main event. As Walker theorizes, it's always hung over his head. What if he veered off the safe course and took that risk? What if his character made that jump? He didn't want to fail those who believed in him. His refusal to turn heel has always been questioned by fans who felt he needed to freshen up his character. Walker's analysis is spot on considering the next segment, which featured Cena playing Hollywood Hulk Hogan, a longtime babyface who made that turn to the dark side, re-energizing his career. Walker thinks at this point in the match, which like the Boneyard match, was more akin to a short film, Cena finally realized his failures. And that's where Cena snapped. He didn't want to know. He was coming face to face with some deep-rooted questions he didn't want answers to. He had already failed enough. Cena played it safe to stay at the top, and it cost him everything. Everything that defined him has been taken from him, and while he clung to the light, something else emerged from the shadows. Having stopped taking chances long ago, Cena lost everything. But Bray, despite having no opportunities and nobody having faith in him, he took the risk. He evolved and grew stronger. Now was the time to take back his moment. At that point, Cena was a defeated man, quickly falling prey to Wyatt's transformed man, the Fiend. All Cena's fears, angers and frustrations laid out in front of him. It exposed him and made him vulnerable. In order to heal Bray Wyatt, the Fiend needed to hurt John Cena. And now we can't see him. His time is up, and Bray's time is now. Jay Walker's analysis captured the major points of Bray Wyatt breaking down John Cena. However, is John Cena's time over? We'll discuss that when we share our take on the Firefly Funhouse match later on in the video. A succinct explanation from Twisted Chi has an interesting take, not only on what happened to John Cena, but what the Fiend has done to every opponent. Bray Wyatt is fixing all the opponents he has beaten, taking their characters that are fake and weak, then reverting them to who they really are. He made Finn turn back to his Prince form, Seth turned to his heel opportunistic self-serving personality, made The Miz his true egotistical character, and Daniel Bryan to his babyface indie wrestler self. The only one he couldn't beat was a man whose character has never really changed and has never varied off his Goldberg persona. That is the weakness of the Fiend, and if you have no faults or doubts in your identity, he cannot win. He preys on those weaknesses. As noted by a number of fans, the Fiend played on many incidents from Cena's past in and out of the ring. For example, the "you can look but can't touch" comment during the match touched upon Cena's failed friendship with Nikki Bella. Wyatt was relentless in reminding Cena of who he claims to be and who he is. User Trevor Splash commented on a YouTube video and listed the various failures and fears Wyatt forced Cena to confront. His failed debut, his failed marriage, his failed bodybuilding career, his fear of thinking he only made it to the top due to his size and physique, his rap career not taking off, his fear of failing at being a heel, his fear of hitting Bray with that chair, his fear of fans hating him for destroying the Nexus, symbolized by him punching Huskus the Pig, his fear of retiring. Both takes on the Cena vs Wyatt match are not only insightful, but well reasoned. Wrestlelamia notes that there's never been anything like this, but then again, it's hard to remember a WWE superstar as bizarre as Bray Wyatt and The Fiend. Somehow Cena found himself on Wyatt's plane of existence, with The Fiend's diabolical alter ego able to control reality. One thing that hasn't been mentioned in some of these explanations is that Cena walked out to an empty arena and seemed lost without his fans before he entered the Firefly Funhouse. Was this part of the reason for Cena's loss? Ultimately, we agree that the crux of the match was that Bray Wyatt forced Cena to confront his deepest fears and regrets, and the accumulation of them was too much for him to overcome. Like any successful person, Cena has known his failures, but has he ever confronted them? As some fans have speculated, Cena has spent his entire life being a workaholic, perhaps even doing so to avoid confronting his failures. Wyatt did not give Cena that luxury, and that is why Cena was defeated by The Fiend, the personification of Bray Wyatt's darkest side. Not that Bray is full of light and sunshine, you get what we mean. If you saw the match, or should we say extended vignette, you know Wyatt ended things by repeating the same words Cena said to Wyatt during the build up to their match, ending the existence of the most overhyped, overvalued, overprivileged WWE superstar in existence. At WrestleMania 36, Bray Wyatt exposed Cena, echoing the sentiments of some fans who believe Cena's incredible success in the WWE was no reflection of his actual abilities. Keep in mind that the WWE has set things up for what could be one of the greatest rematches in WWE history. Like any true hero, Cena's defeat should only strengthen his resolve and help him to confront his weaknesses, overcoming them as he faces the Fiend with a renewed sense of who he is. They have a fantastic opportunity and may even stretch things out until WrestleMania 37. But there you have it guys, various takes on breaking down the Firefly Funhouse match and a good explanation of it all. Would you like to see more matches like these involving Bray Wyatt, taking superstars to the Firefly Funhouse, entering a different reality and then dissecting them piece by piece? I think it would be really interesting for some superstars, even like The Undertaker. But let us know in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.